Hey everyone, this is Ben from WRPL Podcast, and I am going to rank my favorite ways to eat potatoes. There's a ton of ways that you can eat potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew, but not all of them are great. I'm going to make a tier list of my favorite ways to eat potatoes. This is going to go from S to D. S is going to be the best of the best. A is very good, and I will not scoff if this is how I have to eat them. B is pretty good. C, not my favorite. And D, get it out of here. I don't even want it. Let's start with some of the breakfast foods. First off, we have your good old hash browns. Hash browns are great, but by themselves, they're a little dull. And if you don't have your eggs or some syrup, some gravy, something with them, they're just fine. It's too many carbs for my breakfast. So I'm going to put those in C. No thank you. Next up, we have something that's called a hash brown at a lot of fast food places like McDonald's or Taco Bell, Arby's when they do have it, but I'm going to call them potato cakes. Potato cakes do everything a hash brown does, but they're just more compact, easier to eat. I really like these. That's going into B. Next on my list is home fries, sometimes called country potatoes. These are really good, especially if they are seasoned. But like hash browns, if you don't have something with them, they're not my go-to. I'm going to also put those in C, but above hash brown. Alright, that's all the breakfast ones. Let's go more dinner. And with your classic dinner potato is mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes are very good. You do need butter or gravy to make them worthwhile most of the time, but it's a staple and it's going into A. Alright, a classic potato that I don't get to have very often is just your regular old baked potato. These are very good, but they're a bit more work than any of these others, and if you don't have your bacon, your cheese, your sour cream, any of your toppings, they're absolutely worthless. So I'm going to put a plain baked potato in D, get it out of here, it's not even worth your time, but something like a twice baked potato with all the fixins is pretty good. Now, I would put this in a B if I don't have to prepare it. If it's something I have to make, it's going to go down to C, right above hash browns. Now, if you want a good potato with a good meal, you want to go with the roasted potatoes. Especially red skin potatoes are amazing. They're going to go into A as well, right underneath mashed potatoes. Very, very good. And then I think one of the best ways to have a potato during dinner is your scallop potatoes. These are cheesy. These are just amazing. They're going to go into S tier. Now, things that could be used for lunch or dinner is potato salad. I'm not a big mayonnaise guy, especially when it's your main base. So potato salad, it's okay, but it's going into C. I'm not gonna go out and actually purchase this. But if it's at the picnic, at the barbecue, I'll get a scoop. Now, this tier list that I'm using has a couple of things on here that I'm not going to use because they're not ways I eat potatoes very often. But this one I just had to put in because it's weird. Warm potato salad. I've never heard of that. That sounds gross. You're going in D. And now, the most important ways to eat potatoes and the ways you probably eat them more than any other way. French fries. There's lots of different types of way to fry a potato, so let's go through them. Your regular old French fry, something you would get out of McDonald's or a Burger King, not too thin, not too thick. They're good. They're perfectly fine. You've eaten them so many times, you know, they're a staple, but they're not the best. But I'm gonna go to B, but below potato cakes. Now, it's Fat Brother steak fries are also very good, but they're a little too thick. something in between a regular fry and a steak cut is the way to go. So I'm going to drop these down to C, behind the twice baked potato and above hash browns. They just get they're a little too soft, and I am not a vinegar on my fries guy. These East Coast people are very strange. Next up is potato wedges. An excellent way to eat a potato. It's the better version of a steak cut fry. They are still thick, but they always seem to have a little more crunch, a little more flavor. These are very good. I'm going to put them in B, but still under the potato cakes, but I'm going to say they're better than regular French fries. I don't have them as often, and so they're a little treat. And it's a shame that places like KFC, they got rid of their potato wedges for your standard French fry, which is a shame. Now the crazy cousin, curly fries. Curly fries are great. One of the only places that has them is Arby's, and you get more crescent shapes than actual curly pieces, but they are very, very good. I'm going to put them in B as well, underneath regular French fries, because they are a little more rare. Alright, coming down to the last couple, waffle fries. Definitely the best looking of all the French fry cousins. And one of the only places that I ever get these are at Chick-fil-A. And I've heard it said, if you let a Chick-fil-A waffle fry get cold, it reverts back to its raw potato form, and that's 100% true. They're just a bit much, and if you don't have Chick-fil-A sauce with them, I don't think I would get their fries. So I'm going to say this is a C, and I'm going to put it right below home fries. Sometimes they don't serve French fries, and you have a different potato alternative, is potato chips. Potato chips are great. Many different flavors, different styles, kettle, crinkle, all types, baked. They're all good. They're a little basic, but they are a classic. And I'm going to put potato chip at the top of B. Now I saved the best for last. My favorite way to eat a potato, the one, the only, tater tot. You only really get tater tots at some restaurants. I mostly get them at Sonic. They are just the perfect combination of potatoey, crispy. They're not too big, not too small. You can still dip them, but they're also one of the ones that I don't think you ever need to dip them in anything. They're just perfect the way they are. Hold up, there is one French fry I forgot. The unholy abomination crinkle cut fries. These fries are the worst. They're the ones you would get in cafeterias, or if you had to make them at home. They're never good, and I'm surprised places like Arby's and Hardee's have introduced them. These are very bad, and they are going in the D tier. So that's my tier list. S is tater tots and scalloped potatoes. A, mashed potatoes and roasted potatoes. B is potato chips, potato cakes, wedges, regular fries, curly fries. C, home fries, waffle fries, twice baked potato, steak cut fries, hash browns, and potato salad. Always, I would eat all those, but they're not my preferred. And ones that I'm going to completely pass is just a plain baked potato and warm potato salad, whatever that is. Have you heard that? I've never heard that before. Let me know if you want to see other tier lists made by me. I constantly am ranking best and worst of things. You have some random thing you want to hear my opinion on? Fast food locations, types of ice cream. Okay, this is sounding all food-based, but let me know. You could listen to all the things I consume on my podcast, WRPL. It's on YouTube. Me and my buddy Steve, we talk about all the things we are watching, reading, playing, and listening to. We don't get into food a lot, so that's where I think I'm going to put a lot of my opinions on, are these small videos. Thanks for watching. Keep consuming.